Good day to you, Sagittarius, and welcome to Meenakshi Tarot. Today is the 12th of December, so if you come across this reading anytime from the 12th of December, you were most probably meant to watch it, but as per always, never force the reading to fit you. So welcome to Meenakshi Tarot, Meenakshi here. Thank you so much for following, for subscribing, for liking my videos. I do appreciate that. And also, if you haven't subscribed as yet or following me on TikTok, please consider doing that. I will appreciate it. So, hostilities is the first card that came up for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is the reading for your Sun, your Moon, your Venus, and your rising signs. I also do private readings. All my readings are done online, so you can find me on my website. My details are at the end of the video, so, or you can DM me. Okay, great. Okay, hostilities, patience. Okay, Sagittarius. So some of you are definitely having some kind of issues with people that are very close to you. This hostilities card, there's a little bit of a conflict. Interesting here. Okay, this hostilities card points to conflict that's very close to home. It's not something that's unknown to you. It's opposition that you are facing close to you. It's opposition that is from people that you know. So be very mindful of people just opposing you, sometimes just for the sake of being difficult. But we also have the card patience and caring connections that have come up, which actually indicates that timing is very important in your situation. And if you're dealing with a large crowd of people, especially you come to December, like a lot of families getting together, friends getting together, there's a lot of tension sometimes around, and you need to just allow situations to unfold for themselves, not always being so reactive, and really focus on building your close relationships. Those of you could be having some kind of problem within a personal relationship with somebody, could be your partner. There's some tension there, and you need to allow, timing, the right time, when the opportunity presents itself. Allow there to be love and caring, and allow there to be this romantic connection that happens, this love connection that happens, if it's among friends or colleagues or something like that, where there is this hostilities. But if it's a personal love relationship, just take your time in your situations and don't always be ready for battle. Don't always be on the defensive, Sagittarius. It's important that you realize that time heals all wounds, okay? So let's draw the tarot cards for you, Sagittarius, and see what is it that the tarot has to say for you. Oh, it's a long piece of my gray hair falling out here. Okay, let's see. Oh, okay, this wanted to come out. Let's see, what was this? Okay, the Fool. We've got the Eight of Wands. Okay, I'm going to stop shuffling now. Nine of Cups. Okay, it's Scorpio energy here, the Sun. Okay, Ten of Pentacles, the Devil, Capricorn energy. So you could have a Scorpio person in your space, but not necessarily. You could have a Capricorn person in your space, or this could be in your charts as well, but not necessarily. So I'm going to read the cards both with if you have these people in your space and if you don't have these particular people in your space. Cards always have their own interpretation. So some of you in this recent past has stepped into a new situation with a Scorpio person that has brought you a lot of happiness and a lot of bliss. And if it's not a person, some of you are wanting this transformation and this change. And this could be why there is this hostilities in your relationship. Maybe you have requested that, things change, but you've been wanting change. You've been wanting to have this prosperity, this happiness, this bliss within your life, within your situations. And for you, it's actually taking a step into the unknown. And you're needing to realize that what it is that you're seeking, you have the knowledge, you have the power to make this become a reality. So you're needing to trust yourself and trust the situation, and know that the bigger goal of this prosperity that you are seeking, both emotionally, financially, spiritually, is within grasp for you. Some of you might be in a situation where there's some long distance communication, there's back and forth communication. Some of you may feel that you don't have all the information, that you kind of like making decisions on the spur of the moment. But you have to be very mindful, if it is a Capricorn person that you are communicating with, that you have to trust the situation for what it is. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your instincts in the situation. If you're not dealing with the Capricorn person, you could be in a very intoxicating situation. You could be in a love situation that really started really wonderful. It was very lustful. It's very, intense. And right now, some of you could be feeling as though you are bound in this relationship. And this could be where some of the drama is coming from, is that the dynamics of the relationship has changed. Something has changed within this relationship. And what started off as extremely exciting could be now feeling very much like it's a burden. Some of you could be in a situation as well where you in some kind of a situation where things are becoming exciting, and you are needing to choose how are you going to react to the situation. Could be something new that is coming towards you, and you're needing to understand how are you going to react towards this love situation that is here. It's a relationship situation, some kind of an attachment that is here and that has taken its time to grow. Okay, this could be the dynamics of this, could be friendship, could be lovers, could be family dynamics as well. Love is just not limited to lovers only, but to all of our relationships. We look at this as a holistic reading. We see you moving towards happiness, but this happiness seems to be of a very temporary nature. So if it is your birthday, Sagittarius, happy birthday to you. Hope you have a wonderful year ahead. Right, and this could be where some of the joy is coming from, celebrating birthdays, having this fun, and being in the situation where there's a lot of happiness and a lot of fun happening for you. But some of you could be feeling very left out, even though it is your birthday month. You could be feeling very left out. You could be feeling as though you're on your own. You could be also feeling as though you may have made a decision and attached yourself to somebody who you find very crippling in your life right now. So you need to be mindful that the choices that you've made may leave you feeling left out, but this is also a choice that you are making to not reach out, to not be part of a situation, to not look for peace within your situation, but rather to hide yourself. And by doing so, you're shutting the door to being part of a community, and feeling left out, feeling alone, feeling as though life is a bit of a challenge for you. So a lot of things that you need to be aware of. You need to be aware of that you do know what you need to do in order to change this situation for yourself, and that there is a lot of happiness in store for you. And it's just about you allowing this transformation to happen, allowing change to happen, and dealing with confrontational situations head on, but not in a hostile manner, more in a peaceful, loving manner, and also waiting for the right time before you address certain issues that have arisen. Okay, Sagittarius, so let's draw some more cards for you, see what more does the tarot have to say for you. Okay, very interesting. Queen of Wands energy coming through, could be in your chart, could be also dealing with Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But King and Queen of Wands. So this is also very much about you allowing there to be some kind of balance within your relationships, allowing there to be that. So there's this new passion, this new invigoration when it comes to your love situations. A lot of situations are very new to you. You're feeling as though it's destiny in many cases. Some of you are feeling as though a lot of dreams are coming true for you in many ways, in many instances. But there's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of mystery as well in your situations. There's a lot of things that are not known. Some of you might be having tarot readings done. Some of you might be seeing psychics. Some of you might be feeling very intuitive at the moment. Some of you needing to, heed your intuition and also be aware of the dreams that you might be having. Be aware of that. Be aware. Keep a journal. It's always good to keep a journal and then later on reflect on what is it that has happened. It's very important. If you have your own tarot cards, I always say to people, if you have your own tarot cards and you have had a dream that you do not quite understand, meditate on that dream and draw your cards on that dream, whether it's tarot cards, oracle cards. Draw your cards on that and try and gain some kind of understanding from what it means. Remember, never interpret it the way you want it to be, but rather let the cards speak to you. We see you moving into the space of contentment, of having options, but it's been a long journey for some of you. And the journey is not yet over. So while there is a lot of prosperity that is happening, there are a lot of options that are now availing themselves to you. You know that you still need to push forward no matter how tired you're feeling right now, no matter how exhausted you are. You have to continue to push forward to get to that winning line. It's really a patience game that you're playing right now. It's a lot of patience required from you. We see that there's a lot of news, a lot of communication, but also a lot of change perspectives where you're needing to look at situations from the past, relationships from the past, and look at the options that are available to you. And don't overlook options that are very close to home as well. Don't overlook situations that you may feel, oh, this is not actually what I want, but this could be something more in line with what you need. So you need to be aware of that. Don't overlook your opportunities, and don't allow yourself to become lost in daydreams and illusions of how things should be, but not staying focused on the reality of what is happening in your situations. And also don't give up. This is not about giving up. This is about realizing that every situation has its right time for what is supposed to be. So allow timing to unfold and take the opportunities that are afforded to you, and don't overlook the situations that are here for you and that are coming towards you, Sagittarius. It's important that you are mindful of yourself and you allow awareness to arise within yourself, your own behavior, your own actions, and your reactions to other people and how you are being. Remember, be mindful of being on the defensive and be mindful of going on the offensive. It's very important that you keep these two things in mind for yourself, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, let us draw some more cards and see what more does the tarot have to say for you. A very mature situation, a very mature outlook is emerging from this reading. You're sort of like growing up in many ways. Many of you feeling as though there's a lot of responsibilities and there is a bigger picture, and you're focusing on this bigger picture when it comes to your situations. Okay, let's see what fell out here. Aries energy coming through here. Okay, so you could have, like I said, an Aries person, and the cards also have their own meanings. Okay, so some of you could be, like I said, involved with an Aries person. That could be where your situation lies right now. And you've got the Nine of Wands twice that has come up in this reading, and this is about boundaries as well. In this particular deck, this is about boundaries. Sometimes you need to be very mindful of yourself, that you are not being too hard and fast about boundaries, and that you are not allowing yourself to move forward because you're putting up these boundaries for yourself. And we see that some of you and some of these boundaries are actually sort of like the decisions that you've made has sort of like caused a chaos situation. So it could be with an Aries person where you are having this like a transformation with an Aries person because of boundaries that have been set up and things that have changed. And maybe you are even standing your ground with an Aries person, Sagittarius. So you could be in that situation. If you don't have an Aries person in your space, some of you are being very strategic about how you're moving forward, being very mindful to keep these boundaries in place for yourself, because you have had this tremendous wake up and this reality check, knowing that you know what you need to prioritize yourself as well as you move forward. We see you moving into this energy of joyfulness, but also there's this missing, this lack, this looking towards the past, feeling quite sad about opportunities that have passed you by. But instead of focusing on you may have been so hard and fast about, those boundaries that you set up, that you are now missing the opportunities that are right here. You've turned your back on being in the present moment and looking towards the future, because you might be so stuck in the past that you're not realizing that the future has not yet happened, that you can have joy, you can have happiness. But if you focus on what has not happened in the past, you're going to miss out on what is currently opening up for you. So you are, Sagittarius, needing to have a changed perspective. It's important for you to realize that you may have been very stubborn in the way that you've looked at things, and now you need to realize that there's a whole lot more information, there's a whole lot more knowledge that has come towards you, and you need to allow yourself flexibility in thought, mind, spirit. allow yourself to change, allow yourself to evolve, to really look at situations from a different point of view. You find yourself going into this energy of confusion and conflict where there's so much noise and so much clutter in your head. You're feeling very much as though you've worked very hard in a situation, and some of you might be feeling as though you'd rather be on your own than be in this relationship. So a lot of strategic thinking is some of you wanting to walk away from a relationship, some of you thinking about, what you can be so much more better and so much more happier on your own. So this is where this conflict is coming. And if you've put in a lot of work in this relationship, then you need to make this decision for yourself at the end of the day. You need to be very strategic about it. So many people I've noticed waste themselves, waste the goodness that is them in unhappy relationships, and they don't become good people. If you're going to stay in an ugly, negative, toxic situation, sooner or later it's going to destroy your spirit. It's going to destroy your vibe, your energy, and all the goodness that's inside of you is going to be destroyed by manipulation and by gaslighting. So you need to be aware of all of this. You need to realize that the wake up that you've had close to home, in your personal life, in your personal situations, has shaken your stability. But you cannot get stuck on what has been lost. Rather, what will happen is you will be so confused about what has been lost. You should rather detach from the situation, detach from what you were holding on to, and rather see it as a shake up and a wake up, so that you can move forward and you can get the changes that you need and live a different kind of situation and not be stuck in the same kind of repeat pattern, repeat cycle. So it's important that you take an awareness look at yourself. Be aware of what you are doing, be aware of what you are partaking in, and be aware of the part that you are playing in your situations. Let's draw a clarity card for you, Sagittarius, to see what more can the clarity card say for you. Sagittarius. Okay, let's see what was this that wanted to come out. Protected by angels. You're cherished by the angels. And sometimes when a person has to make changes and prioritize themselves, they could feel very afraid about this. And this beautiful card says to me that you don't need to be afraid of prioritizing yourself. You are protected. There is divine guidance. There is this wisdom, and you need to attach to your higher self. And a lot of us don't understand what that is. That is just letting go of our ego, of our wanting to be right, of our wanting to think that we know everything, but surrendering to life. Mother Teresa said, man plans and God laughs. So this is one of those situations. Maybe all those plans you made is not going to be the way you think it's going to be, and you need to adjust yourself now. And know as you adjust yourself that you are divinely guided and that you are divinely protected. Okay. So Sagittarius, I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading. And please hit that like button, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care and goodbye.